Evan, congratulations on winning two of the awards. Or 361 Asset Management has won two awards in the equity category and the multi-asset high equity category. And this is our inaugural awards. It's based on 30 risk-adjusted measures with some qualitative input. And what does it mean for you, 361, for winning this award?
Thank you very much. We really appreciate winning awards. I think what for us at 361 is important is that we invest in people's hard-earned money. So at the end of the day, it's obviously gratitude, but obviously we look back and think, well, we've done a reasonable job and we've got to continue to do that job going forward. For us, it's all about the fact that these are people's hard-earned assets and we must look after them. It's our fiduciary duty to do so. So, it comes as a great role in society in order to be able to do that and do a good job deploying those assets correctly.
When you think of managing money in a multi-asset environment, especially with the last 5 years that we've had with all its ups and downs, how important is it to be flexible to be an award-winning team?
I think you have to be flexible in this environment. I mean, in the last couple of years, we've had a pandemic, we've had 2 wars, we've had a lot of issues in South Africa, as we know, and we have to be very flexible and move money around according to the best opportunities we see, both here and offshore. And we've done that very successfully, and that's both from an income and an equity perspective. If we think there's better opportunities in income, we move back to income. If we think there's better opportunities in equities, we move back to equities. Likewise, we move between offshore and local. When we think there's opportunities on the local front, when we think they're oversold, we move back to local and deploy capital back in SA. A lot of people are negative SA. There's always opportunity in SA to find good long-term assets that can produce growth, and we like to do that. So we're constantly looking for assets in SA or abroad, but it is around being nimble, being able to move people's money, and obviously look for those opportunities all the time.
Well, if you think about the last 5 years, what has been the top stocks that's contributed to the performance? Because if you think of the awards that you won, it's in the equity and the multi-asset high equity category. What has been some of those contributing stocks?
So we took a view on gold, and we've had a lot of gold in the portfolios, which has done very well for us. A lot of big managers didn't have a lot of gold. We just saw gold as a natural hedge in the portfolios coming into some volatile times. And we've had a lot of gold in the portfolio, so that's an interesting, part of the portfolio that a lot of people don't think of. But we've been running quite a lot of gold across all our portfolios, which has worked well for us. And then individual stock picking, buying stocks that were significantly oversold. 2 years ago, we bought a lot of Aspen, for instance. That's done nicely for us. So certainly in the SA environment, we saw the likes of Bidcorp come out of the Bidvest stable. We've had a lot of Bidcorp in the portfolio. And then last year, we were big buyers of property. We took a view that obviously global rates would come down at some point. And we liked that property sector. We thought it was giving us a nice attractive entry level into yields which were pretty sustainable. And that property market, as we know, had gone through some torrid times sort of 5-6 years ago, and we thought those property stocks were well settled, balance sheets were stabilized, and there was an opportunity to get back into the property space. So we bought a lot of property in the portfolios last year, and that's paid off handsomely for us.
Thanks so much for sharing all of that, and it's really a great example of how your qualitative and your investment process has aligned so well with great performance outcomes.
INN8 is a registered trademark of Stanlib Wealth Management Pty Limited, an authorised financial services provider.